I was holding out hope that this one thing wasn't going to happen to Shannon Sharpe, but some of you assumed and predicted that it was, and you were right.
I can't say anymore. I'm probably already in trouble for mentioning it to well, we call you normies.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, truly when it rains, it pours. Now, Shannon Sharpe has seen his share of trouble over the last few months. Of course, the alleged lawsuit, he's lost brand deals, he's lost sponsorships, he lost a big podcast deal. And a few days ago, it was announced that he settled with Jane Doe, aka Gabrielle Zuniga, for an undisclosed amount. Some people are speculating that it was upwards of $23 million. Now, officially, it hasn't come out how much it was, but of course, she asked for 50. He tried to plead down to 10 when it first started. And somewhere in the middle, yes, I would probably assume as well, $23-25 million, which was a big hit for this superstar, this media juggernaut at the moment, which that probably remains to be seen. But now, the one domino that I was hoping would not drop has fallen. Shannon Sharpe out at ESPN after settling RAPE lawsuit.
Damn.
This is per TMZ Sports. This came out, I don't know, maybe half an hour to an hour ago. So, of course, I have to put it to my audience. You may have seen it somewhere else already. But Shannon Sharpe will no longer be working for ESPN this upcoming football season. And so now all he has left is Club Shay Shay and Nightcap and his alcohol brand, which he is currently on tour now signing bottles for across the United States of America. This is sad, but this is what happens when you take an L in court. Again, a lawsuit isn't an admission of guilt or an assumption of innocence. He paid the money. He did not do himself any favors, but we'll talk about that in the upcoming article. Let's read. Shannon Sharpe days at ESPN are over. The network has cut ties with the Pro Football Hall of Famer less than 2 weeks after settling his lawsuit, TMZ Sports has confirmed. The news of the split dropped minutes ago, with The Athletic reporting ESPN sparked the split. Now, I tried to pull up the Athletic article, but you have to pay money to be a member of the Athletic, so I didn't do that. But all the articles are pretty much mimicking the same thing that TMZ and other articles saying, awful announcing, and I think Complex and a host of other articles. So this one will be quick, all right? But you see it. ESPN cut ties. They said they sparked the split. So you already know ESPN came to him and said, we can't do this no more. It's a massive decision. The 57-year-old Sharpe was a staple on First Take. Yes, he was. After leaving FS1 in 2023, but has not appeared on the airways after a woman made a serious essay allegation against him in April. Sharpe adamantly denied any wrongdoing, claiming he had nothing more than a rough yet entirely consensual relationship with his accuser, and the fling was a shakedown. So the filing was a shakedown. Now, again, he came out in front of it and said, no, this is defamation. He said he was going to countersue this young lady. Then he said, oh, well, there's a tape of us out there and you're going to try to allegedly leak it. Make sure you leak the whole thing, which I think him coming out in front of it was one thing, but him coming out in front and giving out details that weren't necessary at the time, I think didn't make him look any better. And I don't know what was going to come out of this lawsuit, but of course, most people, they paid the lawsuit to keep from anything else coming out or coming to light. And so he paid the money for better or for worse. And now because of the public pressure or the backlash that this thing has gotten, well, ESPN had to make some executive decisions. For just $5 a month, please consider becoming a member of Welcome to Normieville. There you will find access to members-only videos and members-only live streams, as well as a host of other perks. Thank you for your consideration. Back to the video. Sharpe ended up settling with the woman for an undisclosed amount, with her attorney, Tony Busby, saying all matters have now been addressed satisfactorily and the matter is closed. The lawsuit will thus be dismissed with prejudice. Sharpe played 14 seasons in the NFL, most notably for the Denver Broncos before transitioning to television and had his big break across from Skip Bayless on Undisputed. Yes, he did. Sharpe might be axed from the ESPN family, but he won't be disappearing. He still has his own podcast network and popular shows. Man, I'm sad about this one because I thought he did very well on ESPN too. But I mean, things happen in the corporate world. Once you get accused of stuff, the ball starts rolling and you really can't stop it after that. And you paid the money, which you kind of had to, I guess, to keep from going to a full-on court battle, a public court battle at that probably, and other things getting exposed about you that you didn't want to come to light. So I guess it is what it is, man. I hope that Shannon Sharpe can continue to financially stay afloat with with both his podcasts. And I don't know, man. This is bad. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say, man. I hope that Shannon Sharpe lands on his feet, man. But to me, this is a bad one. This is for the sports media world. Him leaving ESPN, yeah, it's gonna hurt the sports world and it's gonna hurt Shannon Sharpe a lot. But we'll see in the coming days how this affects him really. All right. And with that being said, thank you for attending another episode of Welcome to Normieville. You know me, I'm Just Normie, here to bring you the latest and greatest in sports and entertainment. Let me know what you think about ESPN getting rid of Shannon Sharpe down in the comment section. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell. We're out of the door, and I will see you on the next video.